Today is Saturday, October 5th, and here is your farm garden tour. Starting off with a shot here of our newest implement. We bought a tractor, and we've only had an opportunity to use it one weekend so far, but it's gotten a lot of work done and helped us do a lot of work faster. So it's all good. Today we're going to be cleaning out the garden for the most part, removing any of the fruit and vegetables that we want to keep, because the weather is turning and the garden has already felt the effects of that. I think 2 days ago the overnight low hit like 34, 36, somewhere in there. Right now it's 50 degrees. And Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, the overnight lows are between 36 and 39, which is fine for brassicas like the broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage, because they don't mind the cool weather. But some of the squash and the melons and things like that, the tomatoes, peppers, they definitely need to come out. It is very windy today, so I hope the audio is picking up and you're not just hearing wind noise. But we'll do a quick go around here. You can see the vines on the pumpkins and melons have pretty much died off. This is what you see here on the leaves is kind of classic cool weather wilt. So we're going to get everything out of here to protect it. That is a Blueprints. It's a hybrid pumpkin / squash. And these are the Turk's Turban squash. Those are the Sunshine something squash. Come over here. We've got some acorns. We've got some more Blueprints over here. These guys are really nice, very moist, very sweet flavor. All around good pumpkin squash. There's some acorns in there. Get those guys out. We had a couple of acorn squash last weekend. They were very tasty. What was viable of the butternut got picked and put underneath the tarp by my mom so that they would not get nipped by any frost or cool weather. They are really susceptible to the cool weather. So I'm glad those guys got protected. So there's one. Let's see. Oh, you can see it kind of got cracked there. I don't know if he'll be viable anymore or not, but that's okay. We did get a decent amount of butternuts. And on to the melons. It's amazing to me how quickly, just last weekend, all of the vines out here looked very healthy, and now they're pretty much dead. But these guys are the blacktail watermelons. Very good melon. Here's one lowly and lonely little cantaloupe. The cantaloupe out of the garden this year have been absolutely fantastic. They're so sweet, they taste like candy. It's unreal. And then over here we have probably one of our biggest surprises of the garden this year, the Georgia rattlesnake watermelons. So these guys take a long time to develop, and it seemed like we were getting nothing. Then all of a sudden we got these huge watermelons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we got about 9 of those guys that are probably viable, and we'll get those out of here and enjoy eating them. And there's our lemongrass. This is the first year we've ever had lemongrass that's really done anything. It is an annual plant in this climate, which means that it doesn't overwinter. So you gotta plant them from seed and then hope that they turn into something before the frost. That looks good. Peppers, they look a little nipped by frost, so we'll get all of these guys out of here. Got a decent amount of peppers this year. Here's our Thai hot chilies. And we got a few little jalapenos that are out here ready to go. And then we've got a bell variety. And over here, these are called chocolate something. These were a really surprising pepper. And they're kind of stripy when they're ripe, with a kind of chocolate brownish color. And they're so very sweet. It was an amazing pepper. Like, it almost didn't taste like a pepper. Cool. I will probably plant those again. Our cauliflower did not turn out. These are supposed to be self-blanching cauliflower, which means the heads themselves, the foliage is supposed to cover it up so that the heads stay white. Well, you can see on this one, the head just completely kind of disintegrated and it almost looks like little broccoli florets. I don't know what happened there. And this guy, they don't look great. So back to the drawing board on the cauliflower. We'll have to figure that out for next year. We've got some broccoli that has bolted. That's okay. We did harvest a decent amount of broccoli off of these plants this year. And down here, we still have some to harvest. So the brassicas, again, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, those guys are okay to stay out in the garden for a while because the cold does not affect them like it does some of the other tender plants. But we've harvested quite a few Brussels sprouts off of these plants this year, and they've been really tasty, so we'll call those a success. Cabbages, the purples, I've got one that actually came to a head, so he's doing good. Got a couple. This was a megaton that we harvested, and look, for whatever reason, it's putting on another head. Trying to put one on there, but that's crazy. I've never seen a cabbage regenerate and try and produce more heads. So, very interesting. There's a little guy there. So we'll see what comes of those. Potatoes have been dead for a really long time. We need to pull the tarps up over here, and then we're going to hook up the old-fashioned potato digger and dig those guys out of the ground. We had way more beans than we ever needed this year, so we've got some that just kind of went to seed there. The pole beans and the peas, they've been done with for quite some time. And the tomatoes, I was going to come through here and see if they got nipped by the frost at all, but they look okay. Tomatoes are really gross when they get nipped by frost or if they get frozen because they turn into kind of a water balloon where it's just a skin with a bunch of ooze and goo in the middle. But there's still some out here that are quite viable and nice. So we will harvest all of that and pretty much put the garden to bed for the fall and winter. There's a few cucumbers left over there, but you can see their foliage is kind of died back as well. So that's really the purpose of our trip this weekend, is to get the stuff out of the garden, harvest it, because over the next couple of days we're going to have some cool nights, and we're only able to be up here on the weekends, so we gotta take care of it while we can. So that is your farm garden tour. We will show you probably the harvest at the end of this, and take it from there. Until next time, take care.